Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Gavankar, and this week we're celebrating moms because Mother's Day is approaching. And if you haven't gotten the gift she deserves yet, we've got you covered. Plus, we have a mom of twins with special family tech advice and an app developed by two bachelors, which they say will transform prenatal care. All that and more coming up on the Tech Show. Now it's time for the latest. In an era of fake news, we can still rely on our own eyes to spot the truth, right? Wrong. Computer scientist Sapasoran Sawajanakorn, now a research resident at Google Brain, has created a new kind of lip-reading technology that can make a fake video of just about anyone that looks and sounds almost exactly like them. The system uses a neural learning network to mimic movements in the mouth and teeth of a person from video footage. In essence, the computer algorithm teaches itself to imitate exactly how a person talks by watching them over and over again. Sawajanakorn has already successfully created fake videos of celebrities like Tom Hanks and former President Barack Obama using only images and videos that are readily available online. We don't want it to be in the wrong hands, Sawajanakorn told the crowd at TED, so we have to be very careful about it. Every year, high school seniors in South Korea take a national college entrance exam called Sunyoung that will essentially determine the rest of their lives. Unlike the SATs, which only play a small part in college admissions, the idea of Sunyoung is battered into the students' heads as the determining factor of how successful they will be in a deeply hierarchical society. That's why it makes sense that Samsung is releasing a smartphone that can't connect to the internet, so students don't get distracted and can focus on studying. The Galaxy J2 Pro has the bare essentials of a smartphone. You can text and make calls with it and take photos, but you can't share them. There's also an offline dictionary app, a calendar app, calculator, and FM radio, and that's it. Do you think this phone is a good idea for US students?
Do you think that a phone with no internet would be good for students?
With no internet? Yes, I do. Yeah. Well, I think maybe to the high school level.
With no internet?
Like to the high school level. Like if you could give a kid, they want a phone because you can find them. We have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
How are you going to pull that one off?
I'm just old enough to remember phones without data, so I think students can survive a few years without it. This was my first phone. Coming up in the show, we've got a special guest with an app for an expectant mother in your life. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants. Stronger together, better together.
Moms today are more tech savvy and connected than ever. So what do you get mom this Mother's Day? Here are some suggestions from the Consumer Technology Association.
Moms are more tech savvy and connected than ever. According to a new survey from the Consumer Technology Association, 1 in 5 moms want tech gifts this Mother's Day. Topping most lists is a new smartphone, along with other popular emerging products, such as wearables, smart speakers, and smart home devices. Suzanne Cantra of Techlicious.com and mother of 3 talks about the fun tech on mom's wish list this year.
The newest smartphone from Samsung, the Galaxy S9, is more than just a way to communicate. It lets you monitor and control your smart home through the SmartThings Hub app. The Ashley Chloe Helix Cuff boasts premium Bluetooth headphones that can be stored in a stylish wristband, perfect for busy moms on the go. The Healby Goby 2 is a wearable that measures how many calories you're taking in versus how many calories burned via sensors that measure glucose levels in your cells through your skin.
For more information, go to CTA Tech. That's CTA CTA.Tech.
So Mother's Day means momcation, and whether that means a getaway or just a get out of the house, I've got some gadgets to help you help mom treat herself. Okay, first is a dishwasher. Hear me out. This is the Tetra countertop dishwasher from HeatWorks. It's tiny for smaller kitchens, doesn't need a water hookup, and is perfect even as a second machine for baby bottles or afternoon snacks. Also, it cooks lobster. But if you're planning a Mother's Day dinner, I would start with the lobster before the cleaning. Yes, she has an iPad and a phone, but a Kindle is something that completes the set. It's not work related, it's not going to buzz or ring, it's what she really wants when she needs a quick escape, and she can take it on the go. And if she is going somewhere, you can get her there in style with this tote bag from Chiari. It's not only beautiful, but it will carry all of her getaway gadgets, a Kindle, a laptop, and there's all these great pockets in here, but wait, there's more. There's also, at the bottom, this great space for a DSLR camera. It's the prettiest gear bag that I have ever seen. And here's something that she can throw in there with her bag when she's running around with the little ones. It's the smallest booster I have ever seen. The MyFold Grab and Go booster looks like it's very tiny. It's almost the size of an iPad mini, but don't be fooled, it's totally legit. It brings the seat belt down rather than lifting the child up, and that's why you can get away with it being so thin. And literally, even my butt can fit on it. It's rated for kids 4 and older and up to 100 pounds. And last, we have Botley, the coding robot. And while I've had fun wheeling this thing around myself, what it's really done is it's given me something for my son to learn from that doesn't require me handing over my phone. No screens, just a simple remote and a few cards and some coding activities for him to do. Watch what I coded him to do. It can go to complex things as well. You can also teach it how to answer questions and negotiate obstacles. So it'll grow with him and with me for years. Coming up, we have Anish Sebastian from Baby Scripts. The Tech Show will be right back. Welcome back to the Tech Show. If you're looking for something to share with the mother-to-be in your life, we are lucky to have Anish Sebastian, co-founder of Baby Scripts, here with us to help us better understand how we can have a better pregnancy. Hello, Anish. Welcome.
I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. Now, tough question. You're a bachelor. You're telling ladies how to have a better pregnancy. How does this work?
Yeah, I know. 2 bachelors starting a company, no kids. It seems a little odd, right? The truth is, we're engineers by training, and we partnered up with health systems to really understand what's going on. In the United States, we don't really do a good job with pregnancy and maternal care, whether it's C-sections, preterm birth. So our goal really is to use technology to improve prenatal care by remote monitoring and leveraging big data.
That's amazing. So a first-time mom who feels really nervous, this isn't an app to say like, your child's the size of a melon today. It's more getting them to understand what the baby's doing, how it's growing.
Absolutely, yeah. We're the GPS system really for that pregnancy. So first-time moms get very nervous, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. We answer all those questions, and the best part, it's doctor approved. So when moms come in to see their OBGYN, if that OBGYN is using us, they get on Baby Scripts. They download an app. That app really is a guided tour as they move along their pregnancy. We also have some remote monitoring tools, blood pressure, weight. We were able to collect that at home. So really tracking that mom as they leave the clinic at home throughout the pregnancy.
It's like having the doctor with you all the time in your pocket.
Yeah, actually one of our pregnant moms told us, I feel as though my doctor's in my pocket. So that's exactly right. So.
What about postpartum care?
Yeah, postpartum is an area where there's really an under-delivery of care in the United States, whether it's mental health screenings to postpartum depression, breastfeeding, lactation help, or just recovering from a C-section. So again, our program really guides the mom through that entire step in a very kind of targeted package manner. And if something goes wrong, the doctor and the care team's notified.
Is this one of those apps that you get like anywhere, or do I have to get this through the doctor?
So that's actually some ways we're unique. The only way you can get on our program is if your doctor recommends it, in some ways prescribes it. So unlike a consumer app, we're very much targeted to work with clinical teams and providers.
So this is something that is HIPAA covered and all that kind of stuff? This is private information?
Totally, yeah. We're a fully HIPAA compliant platform, and it's very secure. We go through all those check marks. Yeah.
How does this actually help the doctor, though?
Yeah, the great thing is the doctor is able to get a near real-time sense of what the mom's going through as she goes through a pregnancy. So something's wrong, blood pressure is too high, weight gain is inappropriate, the care team's notified. In fact, we've actually detected a couple cases of preeclampsia by folks being on our program.
Do you hear from the doctors like this is also keeping the mothers from calling us at all crazy hours?
Yeah, I mean, these are young moms between the ages of 18 and 35. So instead of calling a doctor at 2 o'clock in the morning, they'll go to the app first and check, right? So they're like, oh, you know what? I can't have the sushi. That's okay. I'm not going to call the mom. So
now you and your co-founder, the Bachelors, when do you think you guys will be using this app?
Yeah, so you know, I'm getting married in a few months, so who knows, but hopefully pretty soon, you know. And I'm excited to kind of have my own future wife be on the program. It's a great way to do some product testing, actually. Yeah.
Is that how you're going to pitch it to her? Honey, we need to start product testing.
It's like, listen,
this is for the business.
You don't have an option here. You're getting on this. Yeah.
Where can people find out more?
So I think our website's the best place. Getbabyscripts.com is the best place to find out about us. There's a bunch of information there. So.
What's the next step for this product? Is there kind of like how you're going to raise it up from infancy through toddlerhood?
Yeah, so pediatrics is a very logical next step for us. One of the things we're going to do is also focus on the mom-doctor relationship. So we'll be working with pediatricians to kind of expand in that logical manner. So
amazing. I could really use this. My kid is really clumsy, and I feel like we're at the doctor's all the time.
We'll be ready for you when you're there. So
Thanks so much.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you very much. Bye.
No, your screen hasn't been turned upside down. This bizarre truck is built to look like it's been flipped. Mechanic Rick Sullivan spent 6 months building the unusual vehicle in his breakdown garage in Clinton, Illinois.
People are amazed. I mean, it's one of those things that when you first see it, it's hard to recognize what it is, but when you take the second look, then they pull me over and want to look at it closer.
Rick, who runs the garage with his wife Kathy, got the design idea when he was called to rescue an overturned Ford Ranger.
As we were approaching the scene, there was a pickup truck that was rolled over on its top. I said, hey, I'll bet you I can recreate that.
We've got one more thing to help you win Mother's Day, or just as a special gift for your mom, dad, grandpa, or grandma. LEQ is a proactive artificial intelligence social robot that seamlessly connects older adults with family and friends by making interactions with technology simple and intuitive. It's a social companion that adapts to its owner's personalities and interests, recommending news, TED Talks, and games. It can also remind older adults to take medicine or recommend a walk outdoors. Friend of the show, Nikki Noya, was at CES this year to watch LEQ in action.
So, Dort, tell me about LEQ, and I think this is such a wonderful idea, so tell me about it.
Oh, thank you. Well, basically, the concept is to help older adults thrive when they age in place and help them close the digital divide on one side so they can connect to what's going on, they can stay sharp, they can stay fit, they can connect to their families, consume content on the internet, and stay active and engaged, because actually there are wonderful wellness factors and health factors associated with that. And in order to do that, we had to build this, or we wanted to build this, we think, beautiful product, which is proactive and not reactive. So she learns what's happening around, she observes what's happening around, and finds the right opportunity to create and instigate an interaction to nudge the older adult to try something new, to leave the house, to learn something new today, to listen to some music or what have you. And she, as you'll see, she also has a brand new way of interacting, which is all about embodying body language within a system like this.
That's wonderful. And you know, especially I'm just thinking about my grandparents and what a wonderful idea this is. So show me how it works.
Sure. LEQ, can you tell me a joke?
What do elves learn in school? The alphabets.
To order LEQ and learn more about what this wonderful robot can do, visit www.intuitionrobotics.com. After the break, we have Melanie Oats, supermom of twins, here to tell us how technology helps her hold it all together. We'll be right back.
You bought life insurance to protect your family, But now your kids are grown, and you could use more cash to enjoy your retirement or cover medical expenses. Well, you should know about Life Settlement by Benefit Advance. With Benefit Advance, you don't surrender your life insurance. You sell all or part of it for a lot more cash. Cash for retirement, medical bills, a family vacation home, even a cash gift to your children. Learn more. Call Benefit Advance.
When I say Italy, what comes to mind?
Venice. Capri. Oh my gosh, Capri was marvelous.
The views, the cliffside views, or traveling to Sorrento. Pirello tours.
Oh, Pirello tours, for sure.
Pirello. Hi, I'm Steve Pirillo of Pirillo Tours. With over 70 years of tour experience to Italy, it's no wonder Pirillo Tours is synonymous with travel to Italy.
I think of the culture. I think of Pirillo Tours taking me to all of the areas that were important to me.
The history, and to walk up to certain areas and touch a wall and think, well, this wall's like 3,000 years old.
Being on a Pirillo tour on our anniversary was better than anything I can remember ever on an anniversary.
I personally approve every itinerary to ensure a stress-free, once-in-a-lifetime vacation.
Salute! Call now for your free brochure and insider's guide. Call in the next 30 minutes and get this free $100 gift card. Call 800-219-0930, 800-219-0930.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-860-1694.
Welcome back to the Tech Show. Today, I'm so happy to welcome Melanie Oats, business intelligence analyst and mom to special needs twins, to tell us how technology helps her family. Welcome, Melanie. You're so busy, and yet you still make time to tell everybody how technology is helping your family. Tell us more.
You know, I wanted to make sure that I can show people that just because I'm a special needs mom doesn't mean that my life is over. I have a lot of fun with my kids. We go out, we travel, we laugh, we giggle, we do a lot. But sharing my story, even as a special needs mom, and letting people know that it's okay is, you know, one of the exciting things that I do.
How do you deal with other parents coming over and trying to solve a problem or fix your kids? How do you deal with that?
You know, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. The last thing that I want to hear, especially if the weather is nice outside and I've already met with Dr. such and such last week, is my mom or my sister or a friend or family trying to fix a problem when I've already heard the same thing from the doctor 3 days ago. So definitely it's a struggle. It does happen, but when it does happen, I like to remind them, hey, remember me? You know, the mom before I had kids? I'm still the same person. Let's talk about the weather. Let's talk about the playoffs.
Excellent. Now your son has autism. Mm-hmm. Tell us some things that you've learned about autism that maybe we don't know about.
Autism definitely is a very broad diagnosis. You have kids that might be have behavior problems or some challenges at school, and you also have people that are extremely brilliant but also deal with the autism. So definitely understanding that autism is different with every individual, and knowing that it's okay if your child or you have a family member that has autism, knowing it's okay and they're not that different. It's just something about them that makes them learn differently.
That's why it's a spectrum disorder. Mm-hmm. There's a wide spectrum. Now, there's something else you work with called chromosome 7 terminal deletion. What is that? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, like a lot of people, it's very rare. My daughter has that. The deletion, unfortunately, started when she was in the early stages of development. So without sounding like a science teacher, a child or a person that's growing, their cells multiply and end up turning into a baby. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, one of her chromosome 7s had a piece missing, and that's what multiplied. And fast forward now, she's 6, she's not verbal, she doesn't walk, she's still in diapers, but it's a very rare disorder, and it's a challenge every day with it.
What's her name?
Her name is Janelle.
And she's an amazing kid though, right?
Yes, she is.
Now, I like to say that Google Calendar saved my marriage. You do a lot of technology in your family to keep them humming and on the right track. What do you use?
Especially for my daughter, who's nonverbal, she just started using a communication device. Oh, wow. So it's a little a device where it has these 4 buttons on it, and we can program it to whatever we want to program it to. So recently we met with a therapist, and it was programmed to a tablet, and she could push the button and tell us that she wants her tablet. So that piece of technology is a big part of our family right now.
So it allows her to communicate with everybody else. That's amazing. What are you looking forward to in technology? Things that you know are coming down the pike that will really help your family?
Even more with the nonverbal folks who aren't able to talk, knowing that technology is expanding in that way. I've seen devices where people have the skill set to actually look at a letter. They can write out a sentence just by looking at the letter on the device. So knowing that things are expanding in that way is really phenomenal to know that that's what I can look forward to in the future.
Are those devices really intuitive? Do you think your daughter would see that and say like, oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for, I know how to use this?
Probably not, because she doesn't have the skill set to actually look at a letter and form actual word.
Sure.
But at the same time, there are people that will be able to communicate with myself, or she may even have a friend who doesn't talk, and she can let us know, hey, Janelle's having a good day, and she lets us know without talking.
That's amazing. All these great things that are helping families communicate better together. Where can people find out more information about your family, your kids, you? How can they find out more?
I have a website. It's called twinmommel.com, and on there you can find my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram under Twin Mom Mel as well.
Now, I asked about your daughter's name. What's your son's name?
His name is Julius.
We don't want Julius to feel left out. He's gonna say like, you didn't say my name, Mom. Come on. So that's amazing. Congratulations on such a wonderful family, and I can't wait to follow you on social media.
Thank you.
The Tech Show will be right back with Take My Money. Don't go anywhere.
It's time for This Week in Games, where we see what's coming to your mobile, console, or PC. Runbow is a fast, frantic game that will keep you running back for more. The world changes with each swipe of the background, so you'll have to stay on your toes as platforms and obstacles disappear. If you can't see something, it doesn't exist. Play with friends locally or online. With hundreds of levels, dozens of costumes, and more indie guest characters than you can handle, you better get ready to rumbo. Join Hugh and Val as they race through over 140 challenges to stop the evil Satura once and for all. Or take on the Behemoth if you dare. One uninterrupted gauntlet of the toughest levels inside the belly of an enormous beast. Westworld is the official video game based on the hit HBO sci-fi series. As a trainee at Westworld, you've been granted access to the official Delos Park training simulation, developed to help you learn all aspects of park operations and host maintenance. Build and control the park, create and evolve artificially intelligent hosts, and indulge the many human appetites of your guests. Westworld is available this month on iOS and Android devices. For generations, humans have fought one another for land and riches, while our true enemies have lurked in the distance. Throngs of ravenous monsters standing 150 feet tall that aim to destroy our kind. You are one of the world's last defenders, a warrior named Avel, equipped with the skill, speed, and strength to oppose the endless wave of Ravini and prevent a fate worse than death, extinction. That's it for This Week in Games. More of the Tech Show is coming up.
The age of heroes is at its end.
Now it's time for Take My Money, where this week we look at the Revel dog crate, which is supposedly the upgrade pet owners have been waiting for.
So what do you think of the new digs?
It's amazing.
Right? So much better than before. More comfortable, safer, easier to clean, multiple entrances.
No! Oh yeah?
Yeah. Plus, we bought this ridiculously comfortable mattress. I had an accident on it.
Happens all the time.
I know, but I thought that she would be angry, and then it turns out cleanup was a snap.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. And the best part is, when you're ready to move, you just fold it down and go.
The easy cleanup alone has sold me. Revel, go ahead and take my money. Thank you for joining us this week. Follow us at The Tech Show TV and join the conversation. Tech you later.